Mornings was hash brown. Yo, Poops.
Guys, what is up? Welcome to
Mornings
another
was
episode of Maximilian Must Know. Really excited to do one for you guys on this topic. I know there's been a lot of sort of videos going around. Only keep 10 niche fragrances. Only keep 10 designer fragrances. What are your 10? And I had planned to do both. I had planned to do a designer video and a niche video. It was going to take me a little bit of time, but I knew I'd get to them. And then my friend, my good Fraycom friend, Renee Zayas, tagged me. And he was like, I want to see your 10 niche. So I decided I'd get to this sooner. I will eventually do a 10 designer, keep 10 designer fragrances video as well. But we're going to bang this one out first. And then I'm going to tag someone as well. These are in no particular order. This was very hard. But if I had to keep 10 niche, I think these are what they would be. So let's get right into it. First up, you've heard me talk about this as my favorite niche release of all time, and I'm sticking with it, guys. This is a gorgeous leather fragrance with a masterful blend of musks, animalic musks with a gourmand theme running through it as well. There's caramel, vanilla, apple, toffee, sandalwood. Olivia Giacobetti created this fragrance to sort of remind her of fond memories of the circus. And this one from the house of L'Artisan Parfumé in the gorgeous old school bottle is Zing. You can see how much of this I've used. This is to me a brilliant fragrance. That mix of leather, animalic, almost horse musk, and circus treats is just something unparalleled in terms of creativity. If you go to Fragrantica, there's nothing that, they do the thing where this fragrance smells like this. Nothing smells like Zing. Zing is in its own universe. And it's my favorite niche fragrance of all time. With that said, these are not in any particular order. It's not 1 through 10, 10 through 1, in terms of my likability. Next up, when I smelled this fragrance when it came out, or when I first sampled it, immediately I thought this was one of the most brilliant fragrances I've ever smelled. I still feel that way, but I was surprised to learn, once I started doing a little bit of perfumery and going under the hood, that if you look at the formula for this fragrance, people have done analysis on it, it's mainly synthetic, which to me is fine. I don't think synthetic synthetic can be amazing, natural can be disastrous. I think a blend of both is where my sweet spot is. But this is a gorgeous mix of resins, honey, and then not a juicy blackberry note, but a syrupy, stewed down dark berry note. This is a masterpiece. A lot of people have said, whatever you're wearing, Max, this should be your signature scent. This is what I think of you. When I smell this, I think of you. This is the Great Jubilation 25 by Amouage. It's so gorgeous. It's so opulent. It's so rich. It makes me think of the fall, the winter, Christmas time. I just can't tell you how much I love that composition. Next, from the house of, so this is a fragrance I never reviewed. And I never will, because I helped develop it. You guys already know. This is maxed out from 4,160 Tuesdays. And if you don't know the story behind this one, I wanted a fragrance made to sort of represent my younger, wilder years. So Sarah McCartney, this was a night out at a club or a bar that would, cocktails, go outside, smoke blunts, end with a high price escort. So Sarah McCartney, she put coconut and lime and rum in this. She put cumin and Atlas cedarwood to give off sweaty skin. During certain activities, she put vintage musks and ethyl maltol to give off the perfume of what a working lady might smell like. And then she added coffee because she thought I needed it the next morning. It is a just wonderful mix of cannabis, tobacco, patchouli, coconut, rum, lime, It's gorgeous, and there's no way I could keep 10 niche fragrances and not have one that I help create in the mix. So I'm not the perfumer on this one, but I helped develop it, and I'm very proud of Maxed Out. So that's number 3. Number 4, hey, gotta have one Raja, right? And this is the only one I own. What a beautiful perfume this is. You're gonna get here cocoa, sandalwood, orange, syrupy, orange, almost like Grand Marnier, lavender, patchouli. This is like a barbershop fragrance, a gourmand fragrance, an amber fragrance, all in one. This is Ambre Extrait from Raja Parfums. Number 4. What a beautiful. One thing about Raja fragrances, I think they're overpriced. I think a lot of them sort of smell similar in a way, but they're blended beautifully, and they're just as smooth as could be. No matter what materials are in them, they just have this smooth quality. They're like cashmere. Just brilliant. Next one, my favorite from this house. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't smelled like a lot of their newer stuff, but I just think this is so wearable, and it's just like, if you don't really like super daring perfumes, but you just want something that smells expensive and is just like really wearable and attractive. This has citruses in it, grapefruit, rum, vanilla, coffee, gaiac wood. It's just a better version of Allure by Chanel, which is a brilliant fragrance. But this just improved upon it in every way. From the house of Xerjoff, that's Udin. Just spectacular fragrance. Just so smooth and wearable. Next, from the house of Andy Tower, I had to do one tower in here. This is just, this is one of the first perfumes, not the first, because we're going to get to the first, but one of the first perfumes that really sort of showed me a perfume doesn't have to smell like, water or woods or the forest. It can really smell like a time and a place. And, when I watched Andy Tower describe that this was meant to smell like you're in a hotel and your window's open and the wind is coming in, and it's, the baking bread at the souk and vanilla and jasmine and the resin's burning. I really understood this fragrance. I think it's a masterful blend of resins, vanilla, jasmine, cedarwood, just perfection in a bottle. This is L'Air du Desert Marocain by Andy Tower. For me, does not get much better than that. Next up, one from the house of by Killian. This, oh my god, again, it just smells like a wealthy man. People say this smells similar to Angel Man. I totally disagree with that. I mean, I get where they're coming from, but to me, this lacks the nuance of Angel Man. This is really just coffee, nutmeg, cinnamon, cardamom, and a very dry cocoa note. But the coffee smells so thick, you could syrupy, you could really see the cup in front of you, Turkish pulled coffee. This is Intoxicated by Killian. Just amazing fragrance. And I've worn, guys, I'm picking ones that I wear. Like, I wear these. These are the 10 that I just wear all the time. Next up, have not bought many expensive niche fragrances in a while. This might be the last one I've bought. Still have to review it. I have so much I have to review. It's hard to say this is the best barbershop fragrance of all time, because there are a few that I love. We're going to get to another one. But I just smelled this, and as soon as I smelled it, I was like, one day I'll get a bottle. I knew it. And I went through 12 ml that the company sent me, and as soon as it was done, I got a bottle. This is lavender, cardamom, vanilla, violet leaf. This is Invasion Barbar by Parfums MDCI. And I recently had someone message me on Facebook and was like, I saw you did the video on Dua, Invasion of the Barbers, and he's like, which should I get? And I was like, how do you feel about Invasion Barbar? I was like, do you like it or do you love it? He's like, I love it. I was like, then get Invasion Bar. You know, like do a, hey man, if you like a fragrance, you're not in love with it, and you don't want to spend $800 or $500, then go for it. Do you? But if you love a fragrance, I really feel show respect to the company and get the real deal. If that's a fragrance you're in love with, an Invasion Bar, I would never not have a bottle of Invasion Bar. Next, you know, my mother's favorite scent that I own. Another fragrance I would never not have a bottle of. I think the replicas are fine, but this is an older bottle. And I like Aventus, but I think Creed's sweet spot was 80s, early 90s. You know, Arofa, Bois de Portugal, Tabarome, the original Tabarome. You know, they did a lot of really good fragrances before Aventus. They had that signature ambergris going. They used the Mysore sandalwood. You know, I don't think they still use those materials, but this is just a fantastic mix of lemon verbena, violet, sandalwood, ambergris. I mean, guys, you know, this is green Irish tweed. And I just feel like dressed up, that's great. And then last but not least, I think probably my real favorite barbershop fragrance. This was another fragrance that just taught me that you can think of a very specific place and try to replicate that when you're doing a fragrance. And that's really what influenced Maxed Out and is influencing a lot of the work I'm doing as a budding perfumer. I'm trying to make perfumes that are reminiscent of places I've been and times I've spent at places. And this one was meant to represent a Savile Row tailor shop, a very specific one by Bertrand Duchaufour. Lavender here. There's the metallic notes of the scissors used to cut the fabric. There's beeswax, there's oak moss, there's aldehydes, leather, honey. How you could smell this and not think it's a masterpiece is so far beyond me. And when this runs out, I will be getting another bottle as well, 800 ml. This is Sartorial by Penhaligon's. So guys, that is my list. It is Zing by L'Artisan Parfumé, Jubilation 25 by Amouage, Maxed Out by 4160 Tuesdays, Ambre Extrait by Raja Parfums, Udin by Zerjov, L'air du Desert Marocain by Andy Tower, Intoxicated by Killian, Invasion Bar by Parfum MDCI, Green Irish Tweed by Creed, Sartorial by Penhaligon's, Ryan, who used to go by Creed Frags, I think it's Rye Frags now, him, Renee, Eric Hill, Rich Scardville. These are the guys, as far as I'm concerned, the best collections in the Renee as well, I think I said, in the game. Obviously Mark as well. I would really like to see what Ryan would put in his Keep 10. I'm very anxious, so I'm going to tag him. You know, maybe before I put this out, someone else will tag him, but that's cool. As long as I see the video, I'm happy. So Ryan, I'm tagging you, Renee. I hope I did justice, my man. I thought your list was just next level shit that I don't think I can compete with, but these are what I have and what I really enjoy. So I kept it very real for this video, and I'll see you guys again real soon. My name obviously is Maximilian.
Less in your speaker. The dope costs less cause it's weaker. My hustle game was best off the beeper. Out in the world, nigga won't hug you. Over the phone in jail, tell you that he loves you. That's right. Probably go further and get a nigga to plug you.